Hello to all my beautiful neighbors. Welcome on Brit's Block. I am Brit. As you come in, please like the video. It helps me to get in the algorithm and seen by more people. So hey y'all, look, that little button out there that say like, go on, hit that button, please. Get the likes up. I love y'all. Let's get these likes up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, that little button on the other side that say subscribe, go on to your neighbors, family, and friends to come on over to Brit's Block and find out what's going on. And make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, guess what? You're going to be informed. You're going to be informed. And if you want to be a blessing to my channel, you can at Cash App $ on Brit's Block. Again, Cash App $ on Brit's Blocks, or through super stickers, super thanks, super chats, and also being a member. So if you like to join my channel, come on over here and join. It's only $1.99. So y'all, these are our announcements. Please govern yourself accordingly. Hey my little rays of sunshine, happy Monday. Y'all, I missed y'all. I wasn't really on social media last week, not on here. Besides, I did drop y'all a few little gems to help my little rays of sunshine stay encouraged through the week and modding. But other than that, I was not on here. Sometimes we have to set apart ourselves to keep our energies and our vibrations high, just off of social media, period. Because sometimes it can get overwhelmed. We see stuff, we get mad, or we don't like this, or it just, it's a lot. There's so much stuff going on in the world these days. So sometimes we have to back off, and there's nothing wrong. I just need to take this time to fast, from social media. So y'all, happy Monday to everybody. I hope that y'all had a wonderful weekend. You got some rest, you got things done, because it's another work week and school week already. And to my little rays of sunshine that live up north, if anybody that has a low pollen count would like for Brit to come and stay with them for about 2 or 3 weeks, let me know. Because y'all, this pollen down here in the south about to sift your girl as wheat. When I tell you, sneezing, coughing, stuffed up, all this stuff, hard to breathe, and I'm already on oxygen. And then you take the allergy medicine, it makes you sleepy. So that could be another reason why I wasn't on social media. I couldn't stay woke long enough. But y'all, if y'all want me to come up there, let me know. Anyway, I'm just joking. But I want to talk about this show. It's on network. I ain't for sure about what time it started. I saw it today, and I think I saw somebody else talking about it. Not for sure. But we gonna talk about this show. Yes, baby. After watching this first episode, we gonna talk about it. So let's give you the backstory. It is, I want to say, 6 men, 6 women, couples coming to a house in California. They have met their mates via social media. We have one young lady that met her guy back in high school, but they met up again later on social media. So it's not being catfish, because they have saw them, whether it's Zoom, Duo, FaceTime, so they saw him. So they can't say the other person on the other line. I don't believe nobody has anybody's hands took up their bunkum, making their mouth speak. So they have saw them and talked to them, so they know exactly how they look. But now they are going to go to a house again in California for 3 weeks and meet this person and physically and see, how this relationship gonna really work. And so far the relationships are ranging from 5 months to 4 years. Now I got something on this 4-year thing now. I want to talk about that part. 4 years? Okay. But anyway, y'all, we're going to get into this. So the first couple is Charlie and Jared. This couple met in high school, and then later on, she said that they had friends on Facebook, and she slid up in his DMs like a little old woman when you say she's being hot in the drawers. But anyway, she slept in his DMs, and ever since then they have been talking now for 4 years. And she was saying how their schedule never really meshed up. And I'm like, in 4 years, your schedules ain't never came together. Oh, it's somewhere that's the problem. Because maybe it's me, I feel like within the 6 months to a year, you would know whether you want to be with this person or not. And we're going to try to make this thing go somewhere. The next year, you make it work. Because you'll never know anybody until you really marry them. Because Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde going to come out somewhere. But what she has not told this man, because in her casting, she was kind of like, my women intuitions told me, he might have been talking to somebody else because the calls have been getting few and everything, and I end up being with somebody, and now I'm 8 months pregnant. So you worried about what he doing, but you 8 months. Well, now the baby is here. The baby is a month old. So you finna start this whole relationship off with a lie. But anyway, we're going to get into her a little bit later on. And next we have Alicia and Irvin. Alicia is from Pennsylvania. Irvin is from Maryland. I hope that's right. But anyway, they have been together for 5 months. And they are meeting at the house now. One thing I'll say, Alicia is smart because she says that she's tired of being a girlfriend. She's dating to get married. Eventually in life, you got to stop wanting to be that girlfriend and want to be somebody's wife, hopefully one day. So next we have Tatiana. She's from California. And Cavassier. It made me think about that song back in the day, Pastor Cavassier. He is from Georgia. And they met on Instagram, and she said he asked her where she from, and she said from heaven. So cheesy. But I guess that one little line, got him hook, line, and sinker. I will say that I agree with Tatiana because she says that he is in Georgia and she's in California. So before they get locked and loaded into any relationship, they want to get to know each other better. The reason why she gives they have not met yet is because she's busy, she's in school, she's a mom, and the red flag will be dishonesty, and I hope there'll be everybody red flag. That should be the flag. Next up we have Alexis. She says she is 45 and from Pennsylvania, and she is meeting up with Chris. He is from Texas. She said first she did not like him because he had a picture with his tongue out, and eventually he kind of grew on her. She asked him to send her a picture of his eggplant. He did, and all the things changed. She is 10 years older than him, so she's a mountain lion, and he's a cub. So at this point, but she's saying, for him to get to know her, and then see where things gonna go. Now the next couple is Kiki. She's from Georgia, and Brandon is from Alabama. And I think they've been together like 3 or 4 years. First of all, that'll be the what's the problem with y'all meeting? Y'all only one state away. Y'all can meet in between and be all right. It ain't like you gotta fly across the country to see each other. But Kiki, I will say, is a plus size girl. So I think some of her thing is the insecurity. She says, she get nervous and back out. Well, y'all don't saw each other online. Y'all talking to each other. All you gotta do is stand up and turn around. I mean, hello. It ain't that hard. And he can tell you whether or not he really like you. And besides, she is a plus size girl. And sidebar, I like that because I normally don't see dating shows that have plus size women on there. You always, the biggest size you're gonna get is a large. But she a couple of larges. But I appreciate that. And I can say that because I'm a plus size woman. So I'm not talking about her weight because I can't talk about nobody. I can't talk about something that I am myself. But it kind of baffles me that he's living only, you say in Georgia, he say in Alabama, and y'all ain't never met in all these years. But I guess her self-esteem is off the chart now because they over in California. Next up is Ty from Texas. Brittany from Texas and Ty from Los Angeles, California. So Brittany has a 3-year-old son, and I don't know. I'm really gonna keep an eye out on Ty because I feel like he got dreams on sale, pipe dreams on sale for 50% off because it seems like he just giving a lot. So hopefully that's not gonna be the case because she has a child. And I think when you dating and you got kids involved, it's harder. So up next is Cinco from Georgia, and Jay, I think she's from Illinois. I noticed a lot of people are from Georgia and from Texas, but anyway, Jay is not there. Cinco is there with the other women. So when he walked in the room and all the other women was like, "Who you belong to? Cause you're not one of our men's." He's like, he is there for Jay, but evidently she's not in there quite yet. He was just saying how she is a good mother, and hopefully one day when they have kids, that he knows she'll be a good mother, and that they have been together for 5 months. She met him on Instagram. He said she's watching stories. He slid up in her little DMs like they always do, sliding up somewhere. So now they're going to go in where they're going to go and meet their significant others, and the dates are about to start. So let's get into the dates. So the first date is with Charlie, which got a lot of explaining to do, and with Jared, and they are going to do pottery classes for their first date. Jared say that Charlie is an artistic person. Yes, because baby, she have been drawing up a lot of lies. I know some people like that always telling lies, but anyway, sidebar. On to the next. When they met, she was just saying how good he look, and that man is just so beautiful. But the fact of the matter is that you got the biggest lie you finna tell him ever, and it's like, why don't you get that off your heart right now to help you out a little bit more? But that ain't for me to say it. It's her choice. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm back again. He said how Charlie is everything he look for a woman. I don't think nobody will look for a liar. But okay, I'll be back. So next up is Jay and Cinco, and she said that her language of love is acts of services. That she didn't need him to plan a date. She got it. So he's gonna go meet her on the date she planned for him. Now everybody else, the man playing, but hey, do your thing, do your big one. So Cinco and Jay first day is going to play basketball. She is the basketball coach, and Cinco is 6'7". Child, I would have had to climb up to see him, cause I would probably at his knees, because I'm only 5 feet. But he did. I would say he listened, because he said, "I noticed you love roses." He brought her a dozen of roses. I love a man that listens. When I'm saying I like something, pay attention, put in your memory Rolodex, and then when it's time, bring it forth. So next up is Brittany and Ty. They are going to go parasailing. But one thing I don't like, because he was like, I want to meet and see it's going to work out, because, chemistry, whatever. Never go into anything, I don't care what it is, with a negative attitude. Because if you go in there with negative in your mind, that thought that you have, that's what's going to bring forth. I don't care whether that person could be good as gold, but your mindset has already been programmed for it to be negative. So I'm like, don't find something that's better. I hope she gonna like the way I look, or something other than I hope we really get along and we mesh up. You will see. Y'all been talking all the time. I mean, yeah, chemistry gonna happen when you physically meet, but give me a chance before you go ahead and start powering out of the sky. But again, like I said about Ty earlier, I feel like you could put his dreams in a pipe and smoke them. Ty said, they were trying to look at each other all smooth. He trying to give us some LL Cool J, the LL Cool J edition. I guess he giving it to a seniors edition, because not the young LL, but the old LL. So it goes back to Jerry and Charlie, and he asked her, "Is there anything you need to tell me?" And she still ain't came clean. But look like Jared got an old secret too. He said, he'll know when the time is right to tell her. Right then, that's the time is right. But that's neither here nor there. So next day is Kiki and Brandon, the same two people I said live in Atlanta and Georgia, and one living in Alabama. I don't understand why y'all ain't met in 4 years, but that's what they want to do. So Brandon is a photographer, and he wanted to take pictures of her, and she was kind of like shy, because with her being a plus size woman. He wanted her to take pictures in lingerie. So, but she did it. But one thing I do notice about Kiki, Kiki has a little slight, drinking problem, because she was like talking about drinking. Oh, you didn't fill the drink up. He's like, maybe one day he can help her with that. That she likes to indulge a little bit more than 1 or 2 glasses of wine. Next up is Alicia and Irvin. They met on the profile dating app. They've been together about 6-7 months. And he's from Tahiti, so he wants to incorporate his culture on their date. So then we come to Cavassier and Tatiana. They went on a horseback ride. Baby, let me tell you something. We can have any first date, second date, third date, but I don't want horseback riding to be none of them. Now I will gather the horse to the ring and walk him around, but he ain't got to ride me. I'm good on that one. I'm just saying. Now I went back to Kiki and Brandon, and they were sitting down to eat, and she had poured a little wine, and she's like, "Can I have a little bit more of my nerves?" And he said, "Do you drink?" And she's like, "Well, I'm trying to get over it." So he realized then that she drinks more than it's supposed to. So she's like, "Yeah, I'm working on it," and he was kind of like, "Okay." And I think she got upset. She's like, "You trying to be the Prosecco police, you on this?" No, he's trying to watch out for your health. Number one, you're gonna have other issues, but then drinking shouldn't be the top priority. And I don't think he likes the fact that she drinks like that, which I can understand that. Next up is Alicia and Chris. They go on a date to the beach, and she says that he, I guess, kind of called out for one time because he found somebody that was close to his age and in his area, because she's, from one part of the state and he from another. So he was in the dog car. She said, her thoughts were he'll come back. Well, if you leave yourself open, yeah, he will come back. So he did come back. Now he has to make himself, apologize to her. She's saying to him, "Look, okay, you owe me something." He's like, what I owe you? An apology, because you called it off to be with somebody else, and you see that it didn't work. Now you want to come back over here sniffing around my area. But he did apologize and tell her that he was sorry for, ghosting her or whatever you done. And now they back together. That old cougar was getting that pup in line. Line him up. Now she said somebody smile, and when I say he smile, oh, he got the prettiest teeth and the beautiful smile. It's nothing like to see a man with a pretty smile. I mean, you ain't got to always scowl, but to have a pretty smile along with some pretty teeth, whether you bought them or they came out your gums, it don't even matter. But a pretty smile, some pretty teeth, top of the list. So Jay was talking about the living situation, because she did not come in the house when the girls came in, and she said the girls have 2 rooms and the guys have like 1 room. And when she got there, the bed that was left for her would be like in the middle of 2 other beds, and it was a small bed. So she said she's gonna go ahead and sleep in the room with Cinco in the king size bed. And she decided to go ahead and give Kinko a little something tonight, because she said that she didn't, want to test the waters now to make sure what she get into is gonna be all right. They're compatible in the area. Now I would say, like my grandma Margie say, she just hot in the ass. But I mean, I ain't mad at her. I don't think, they've been together 5 months, but via, calls that, FaceTime calls. So I would probably say, well, let me get to know you a little bit more down the line physically, 5 months over here. But I ain't gonna say, and yes, y'all may think I'm wrong, I'm still saved at the end of the day, but I'm gonna test the waters before I go deep diving in them and say I do, because I would hate to get over here and say I do to you, and next thing you know, I don't. So I understood that part, but she could have waited a little longer and let her over there. I see already Jay gonna be a handful on that little young boy. So old Charlie been out here being deceptive, you hear me? So she's having to go and she's pumping So I don't know how she doing that though, cause she pumping her milk, and I guess she must be overnighting it somewhere. But anyway, Brandon is downstairs and he's taking a nap, so she went and woke him up because she's like, I need to tell him something. So they go outside on the balcony to talk. Y'all, oh my God. She says, you know, I have a 12-year-old daughter. Let's back up some, because she's like, she want to try to wait like 2 or 3 weeks to get to know him better. Why? Why would you do that? But anyway, so she decides to wake him on up. So they sit down, and she, you know, she's like, you know, I got a daughter that's 12 years old. He's like, yeah, you know, yeah. She said, well, I also have a 1-month-old. And he looked like, what? You know, she said, you remember when I said I was having a hernia surgery? I was really in labor having a baby. So he is shook. Then she turns and say one more thing. I also have 2 other kids, 7 and 5. So I don't have just 1 kid, I have 4. How do you spring that on somebody like that? When I tell you it'd been exit stage left right then, I'm out of here. We're not even finna get to know each other. I'm not finna waste the production time, the cast time. Somebody else is in a real valid relationship that's been honest with that person. I know he said he has something to tell her that she don't know. But if it's anywhere near what she's saying, y'all need to be together. And that's what happened. When y'all together for 4 years and you live in South Carolina, she live in Texas, y'all not even going coordinating nowhere where I'm gonna come down here and you gonna go down there. Okay, you could be busy. That's the crazy part about it. Say that I'm busy. Well, how about you come up here to see me? I mean, you can't be busy 24 hours a day. When you gonna sleep? Or she say I'm busy. Well, she gonna always be busy because she got 4 kids now. She had 3. And because that's the reason why y'all couldn't get together at the end of the day. Because she's saying, well, our schedule never did meet. I guess it wouldn't. When you told that man you got 1 child and you got 3 of them. Now, let's add on a little bit. Now you got 4. Because I'm trying to figure out, okay, 4 years y'all been together and you going to say y'all ain't had that kind of time. I mean, the lies just keep on lying. Ain't nowhere in the world. Only way that he will stay there is his lies got to be more elaborate than hers. Other than that, I've been gone. I'm like, I'm good. I can't. This man ain't gonna be, he ain't gonna be able to go to sleep now. She woke him up out of sleep to tell her this lie. When he closed his eyes, he gonna be like, I can't sleep. I can't even sleep. Just forget it. I'm up. That's crazy. So y'all, that was the end of it. So that's why I definitely want to talk about this. We're gonna talk about it in the comments. And next week, hopefully I'll go live. I'm gonna find a way that we can watch this show together and talk about it versus excuse me, y'all, what's going on? Versus, you know, me just giving y'all the rundown. But I'm gonna leave the link in the comment to this show. It should be by now on YouTube. So y'all go watch it for yourself so you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, y'all, this is gonna be a great show cause the first episode was mind-blowing. But anyway, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Like, comment, subscribe. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next video. Have an amazing day on purpose. She got the news, the stories. Come over here, no worries.